All right, welcome back to Emiliano Parfum. We're gonna be going on this last part for the fragrances for each season. Today we're gonna be doing the niche kind, so get ready. So we're gonna start off with the summer, and I already went over this fragrance before. It's gonna be Parfums de Marly Greenly. And with Greenly, as I mentioned, you're gonna get that juicy green apple with the other citrus lingering in the background as well. And maybe you're gonna pick it up as green apple, mainly because it's green and it's making that connection with your mind. But it does a good job of smelling, at least, coming close to what a green apple does smell like, or an apple, period. And then those woods in the base, they're gonna be there holding everything together, making sure that this really great, just beautiful, fresh fragrance lasts, a proper amount of time on you so that you can enjoy it and wear it out in the summer, and not have it die on you so fast, as many really good fresh fragrances do. So this is a summer fragrance, and it's light, but as I said, that wood is what helps it, I guess, almost hold its form and stay together on your skin, so it doesn't evaporate into nothing like after an hour or two. And the projection as well is excellent. It goes out, and when people pick it up, they're just gonna smell like something fresh and something clean, but also with hints of sweetness. And the wood, like I said, it helps maintain the baseness, so it's not like this candy sweetness. It's this realistic, juicy sweetness with the base there. It smells like nature. That's what it smells like. So you got your nature fragrance for summer, Parfums de Marly Greenly. And so now we're moving towards the fall. And for the fall, there's, for these cooler weathers, I definitely have a type of fragrance that I enjoy, with vanilla and then tobacco. And then from there, it veers off into whatever else, different kinds of combinations you can get. So for the fall, I'm going to go with Naxos Search Off. And this fragrance, really what it is, it's a honey, vanilla, tobacco, but then with citruses at the top. And all together, what this ends up feeling like is a very, like a light, sweet fragrance with like a fizziness that you feel it's floating through. And since it has lavender at the top with citrus, maybe that's why it lasts as long as it does throughout the fragrance, because it could also be the tobacco, because the tobacco is not like as noticeable as it is in other fragrances that I like, but it feels like it's like a very dry tobacco, just in the bottom around there, popping in and out for you to pick it up on. And maybe all that together, combined with the citruses on top, and the lavender, it helps hold that fizziness or that airy sparkle throughout the whole fragrance. Now, in my experience using Naxos, it's not like a beast in terms of how long it lasts on you or its projection. Like, its projection it's not ideal, but the scent that you do pick up on consistently on yourself, and this is something that you mainly do for yourself, right? It is nice to keep picking up those nice little scents, coming up into your nose. You're picking up the honey. That's what lasts mainly throughout the whole thing, which is, I guess, why it's known as a honey fragrance. But no, the projection isn't insane. And maybe someone will pick up a whiff if it's like one of those windy fall days. People will pick it up. But yeah, it's not going to be like this thing where you walk into a room and you know, the whole place is gonna smell like you. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen even maybe if someone's 4 feet away from you or 3 feet. They're not gonna pick it up. So unless you blast this thing like a maniac, I don't recommend that. But I mean, if it's your thing, do your thing, you know. And in terms of longevity, it's gonna last. It's pretty long lasting. I'm gonna say 7 hours. I'm close. Maybe less. You know, maybe it might last like 5 hours if your skin isn't, you know, doesn't gel well with this. So that's the fall fragrance. We got Naxos. So now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to onto winter. And so for winter, we're gonna go with, you know, again, it's in that same category, Initio Side Effect. It's in the same category. It has tobacco, it has vanilla, but this one has some kind of liquor kind of smell in it, maybe rum. And on top of that, I've never really, like, when looking at the notes, picked up on some kind of raspberry type element. But when I smell it, I pick up like a raspberry vibe, like it's rolling there. And it is pretty prominent. It's probably more prominent than the vanilla, but you can also pick up the vanilla there too. So it blends well together. It kind of has that raspberry feeling of, I don't want to say Atomic Rose because I've not smelled it, but the clone of Atomic Rose, Amethyst, it has like a similar raspberry vibe there, or at least a component of the fragrance that's in there. But it mixes very well with the vanilla and the tobacco. Now, unlike the other fragrance, this Initio fragrance here, the projection is there. It's huge. Along with the longevity, it's also big. And you know, it's a winter fragrance, so the longevity is almost always going to be good for these winter fragrances. So you don't have to worry about that with this. And last but not least, we're in spring. And I think by the end of these videos, you're going to notice a trend, at least in my preferences. Well, here we go. Maybe an unconventional choice for spring because of the sweetness. But I'm going to go with Ani, Nishane. So, what do we got with Nishane? Well, one of these ongoing notes that you're going to notice that I really enjoy is vanilla. Vanilla is a big player in this. As well as there's citrus on the top, and like I said before, one of those components to making these like really mass appealing fragrances is citrus, because it helps get across this fresh and clean feeling in a fragrance. And you know, that's one of those things you look for in just how you want to smell. You want to smell clean. That's part of it. So Nishane. Let me get this out of the way immediately. Projection, longevity, 100% probably the best out of any of the fragrances that I've had. I don't know what it is about these guys, but at least for this fragrance, that's amazing. I don't even worry about it. I only do like maybe one little spritzy spray for this. And maybe you don't think that's enough, but that is sufficient with Nishane Ani, especially in the spring, because it's gonna heat up and it's gonna start shooting out. So just want to get the longevity and the projection out of the way. So at the top, you're gonna have ginger, and you pick it up. I mean, it's gonna mix with the citrus that you get from there, but it's not too much to the point where you're like, it has like that spicy ginger feeling. It's more of that that idea of the sweetness in a ginger. It's ginger-like. There you go. That's a better way of putting it. Combined with that citrus from the bergamot. And then there is rose in this, and you do pick it up, and it's a nice rose. It's a very unisex rose, so this is one of those fragrances that can also go, you know, on anybody. It could go on anyone. I mean, much like any other ones I just went over. So, yeah, you could also consider all those unisex fragrances. And the big player, like I said, in this fragrance is going to be the vanilla. And it's not one of those like base notes where it comes out like after 30 minutes. This thing is there from the beginning. You get it all in one nice blast. And it's a really relaxing, sort of chill feeling fragrance. It's not one of those things where you put on and then you feel like I gotta go, or you know, it's like go time. It's not one of those things. This you put it on and you just relax, man. That's what Nishanayani is. So those are the 4 fragrances, the 4 niche fragrances per season that I recommend for you. And I guess those recommendations would be best if you enjoy vanilla or sweetness as much as I do. So that's it. You know, come back in the future. I'm gonna have more videos, more reviews coming out soon. So stay tuned. Bye.